All right, let's get into this. The role and function of detection engineering. One might ask, what is detection engineering? So here is the definition. It is the art and discipline of detecting and responding to cyber threats in your environment using a myriad of techniques and capabilities that you design, that you develop, that you implement and deploy, either ad hoc or automated solutions. So the role of cyber detection engineers is to develop and deploy automated systems and logic to detect and respond to those cyber threats. It's as simple as that. This includes things like identifying and analyzing potential threats, writing rules to detect malicious activity or activity we're looking for, and designing monitoring systems around those threats, maintaining the systems that support your detection ecosystem. But I feel it's even better to give you a representation of what a detection engineer consists of through a list of functional roles. This is what I want to share with you guys. Maybe paint the picture a little better. So as a detection engineer, our main responsibility, of course, is to protect our organization's network and systems from cyber attacks. We do this with threat detection core key functions. What this involves is that we're going to be using advanced tools and techniques to detect unusual activity and to identify potential threats. One of the key responsibilities of this type of identification is we have to know what we're susceptible to, understanding our environment, our networks and systems. This helps you to understand where your systems are most at risk and to develop mitigation strategies to protect against those cyber attacks. You will use advanced tools and techniques for this, and you will be able to identify, detect unusual activity from those that are benign. Security automation, another key function. We do this by designing, developing, and implementing systems and tools to detect and respond to the cyber threats. To improve the cybersecurity, we have to be in a develop mindset. To develop, whether it be scripts or tools, augment those scripts or involve scripts, to be able to detect and to respond, both of those fashions. So this in the industry has made substantial strides in being a part of the detection role. It's almost getting, to me, I feel like it's getting the de facto standard for qualifying for a job in this role. It is such a great way to augment and supplement this role. And it really just opens up the world to discovering the art of what's possible through automation. We'll go over much more on automation later. But next we have digital forensics and incident response. When a cyber attack does occur, needless to say, you are going to be responsible, if it's your detection, for developing and implementing procedures to respond and to mitigate those effects of the attack. You're going to be doing this by first, going through the steps of your what you've learned. If you've been a part of the SOC before, any of those pick or roll analogies or acronyms, being in that background helps you to identify what to write in procedures. In case that an attack happens, you'll be able to better assess the extent of the damage and take steps and socialize those steps for any analyst that's looking at that detection to prevent also any future attacks. You will also be responsible for investigating, as the title says, for analyzing the cyber incidents if it is declared an incident. So being able to know the extent of the attack is going to be a crucial part of that function. And lastly, research and development. We're going to always continually be learning, researching, and developing new technologies, techniques as well, and even strategies to improve your cybersecurity stack, detection systems, and script or maintenance of them. This is important to say that you need to do this to stay ahead of the curve. It's an ever-evolving threat landscape, and we need to be able to adapt to these new technologies and to these new attack changes. So, like I said, you are dealt with ensuring that your organization's security practices comply with industry regulations. It goes without saying you have to be compliant in everything you do. So compliance is not on this picture here, but it is something that just needs to be ingrained in every level that you see here. to make sure that we're following the best practices and the law. In summary, though, take all this little by little, if you will, or all in one piece. But to sum it up, the role we play is critical. It's protecting the organization's network and systems as if it's your own, understanding the attacks, and identifying where we're susceptible to those attacks. Writing rules, detecting them, and responding to those incidents is our main focus for keeping our organization safe.